Hi everybody, it's David Fleming here from the Toronto Realty blog, and welcome to this week's Pick 5. Now, the first thing you may notice this week is everything's different. Funny story, I've been playing fantasy football for 18 years. Well, actually 22, but in the same league with the same 10 guys for 18 years. Now, ladies, and I don't want to be sexist here, I was going to say, ladies, I'm sure your husbands and boyfriends are talking about fantasy football all the time and you don't care. But my wife is in a fantasy football pool, so I should say, ladies and gentlemen, I dare you, tell me if you've been in a pool for longer than 18 years with the same 10 guys. Anyways, so there I am, going to my buddy's place. Each coach hosts once every 10 years, and lo and behold, I leave my webcam there. So to Christian in LA, who demanded that we have a webcam-enabled draft for the only person that didn't come in for the draft, now I'm filming Pick 5 on my iPhone with a microphone and, of course, in a t-shirt. Anyways, guys, we're back. The fall market is upon us, and there is so much good stuff out there, I can't even tell you. I was overwhelmed yesterday. I'm still overwhelmed. I haven't even had my coffee, which is how you know things are really out of whack. And I actually struggled today with this embarrassment of riches. What are we going to do Pick 5 on? There's so many houses out, there's so many condos out, whether it's price point, whether it's location, but I happened to see, well, I should say, two of the properties I'm going to do today I'm showing to a client, another one I'm showing to another client, and another one I'm showing to another client. So I guess this Pick 5 could be like, properties David's showing. No, it's not. I'm doing it on condos today. Obviously, we're priced between $900,000 and $1.5 million. It is a big stretch. But the idea today is we're looking at properties that you wouldn't find in the summer. You just wouldn't. Now, maybe one of these properties would come out in the summer, but for the most part, what I'm getting at is that me personally, and I've alluded to this on my blog and in videos, I hold back listings until the fall because that's when you should be listing. So the stuff that I've got one at the Huntington, I've got one on Peter, I've got one on Lynn Williams, I've got a house in Palmerston, I've got a house on Dewlane, I've got a place in Richmond, a house on Crocker, a place at Spire, another one in Roehampton, and another one at 230 King. These listings are all going to be in the fall. We wouldn't list in the summer. Same goes for the ones that you're going to see in Pick 5 today. These are all properties that I just don't think you would see in the summer. So without further ado, let's take a look here. And as you can see on our map, we have one King East, one up in Brockton Village, which is really cool. And then three down in, let me zoom in here. There we go. Three down in King West, God. So we've got one sort of lower down towards Front, one that is just on the outside of Prime King West, and then one in Liberty Village. So let's take a look. The first one we have here is 915 King Street West, penthouse 506. So what's special about this? Well, first of all, the building itself. This is the Massey Harris Lofts. This is an unbelievably beautiful, vintage, original Toronto building that has been converted into a loft. So for hard loft enthusiasts that are looking for something in King West, King East, right off the bat, I just don't think you get something like this in the summer. Now there's been a couple listings here and there. There's a lower level unit that, I won't name the company, but it was their like office for many, many years, a real estate company. That unit was on the market, but it's kind of weird. This one here we're seeing today, this is a penthouse. And I've done Pick 5s on this building before where I say that the living space isn't exactly what I love, but because it's the penthouse and it has the PH, and because it's got a terrace and because it's west facing, this thing is going to move. This thing is exciting. So we'll take a look at the photos here. And one of the qualms I have in this building is the small-ish kitchens. So when you do this sort of short order chef window, right, you've got that little cutout. If you want to open it up all the way so you don't feel boxed in, you're losing cupboard space. Other than that, it's a decent kitchen, right? Little prep space, and here's what I mean. If these were actual cupboards, then you would have a smaller kitchen, not as much light shining through. But see this rise right here? This is what people love about this building. You've got 18-foot ceilings and a ton of sunlight, right? See this here? And you know when I always joke about the whole 18-foot ceilings, and it's literally like this big between the wall and the second floor partition between the main and the second? No, this actually has this rise all the way through the living, all the way through the dining. The dining opens to the terrace, which I like. The living room faces, God, I hope you have curtains, faces west. There's a ton of natural light. And there's a park right across the street. So it's a one bed plus one. So you can see here's the plus one over here. And then on the other side here, they'll probably set that up like a little office. So layout is such that on the main floor, you've got your little two-piece bath. On the upstairs, you've got your 4-piece bath, and it's just really nicely done. Everything from, check this out, the runners on the stairs, which I like, the glass banisters, which may be original, I'm not sure, and then the terrace. God, the terrace, that's just gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. And great photography here, whoever did this. I love the staging. They took the photos on a nice sunny day. So this looks like a crappy staging bed. It looks like a double, but look at the amount of space that you have here. You can certainly get a king and 2 end tables. Big double closet as well. And then this. So I've been told I make a lot of jokes about the open concept bathrooms, you know, and what did I say a couple weeks ago? Like one person can crap while the other person sleeps or watches in bed. So yeah, here you've got this sort of see-through to the bathtub, whatever, you know, to each their own. I mean, it's literally a bathtub in the bedroom. So I just literally picture the scene in Titanic when Leonardo DiCaprio was drawing Kate Winslet, except, you know what, I'm not gonna go there. Just use your imagination. One person's in the tub, the other person's watching from bed. Okay, great. So, cool staging pieces here. Rinse, brush, floss, scrub, face wash. I can't speak today. I was being sarcastic when I said great staging pieces. They're just, sometimes you look and you're like, okay, this is definitely staging stuff. So anyways, look, yeah, the tub thing is a bit weird, but the unit's beautiful. And as I mentioned, I want to take a look at the map here, 915 King. Here's the park. So we're west facing, and as I said, there's a park across, or not across the street, it's literally right here. So you're park facing, you're west facing, you've got the sunlight, you've got the green space, you have an unbelievable view, you have a hard loft, 1 bed plus a den, 3-piece in the main, sorry, I shortchanged, I thought it was 2-piece, and you have a 5-piece upstairs with a really cool bed, tub, looky setup. So rental parking, not the best. And here it says seller offering to prepay parking for 1 year. So 175 bucks times 12, divide by pi. I don't know what that is offhand. It's a few $1,000s. So in the context of an $8.99 listing, where you can see right here, offers will be viewed on Monday, September 9th. Obviously they're looking for more than $8.99, and then they're like, oh, but we're gonna pay you $3,000 for the parking. Great marketing ploy. I think it's a bit silly. Anyways, so that's a listing that I really do like. I would not say that it is love, but everything else today, guys, is love. 112 George, Townhouse 101. This is love. So I used to live here, and as I've mentioned, I have moved into a home, and I was here for 7 years, and I've sold these townhouses a couple of times. I actually sold the same one 3 times. So I had friends that were in one. They bought a house and sold it. I sold it to another client. Those guys are still there. I'm very biased because I lived in the building. I'm very biased because I've sold multiple units. But let's do this first. Let's go to George. Hey, George. Okay. And this is the building, right? You're familiar with this action? Okay. Here's where a guy got shot. Poor guy, poor concierge, just bullets hit this glass. Welcome to George Street. Yeah, anyways, you can read about that on my blog. I wrote that once. Okay, so here on the street, and you can see someone was selling 102, that was up before. Here are the 6 or 7 units. Okay, so here's unit 101. So they have a beautiful little terrace outside where you can barbecue, you can sit outside. I used to always drive by, and my buddy, when he was here, every time I drove by, he'd be grilling. He would be grilling, and I would kind of honk and wave, and just, he made the most of that place. And the clients I have in there now, snowbirds, but they're always sitting out front drinking wine when the night weather's nice. And of course, as you will notice, with any outdoor space, you cannot use it in the winter. You can still barbecue, my buddy did. Okay, so that's where the actual terrace is. The unit itself, within 112 George Street, so you have underground parking, you have access to all the amenities, you have an entrance from the street and an entrance from inside the building. I can't say enough good things about this. I sent it to one person yesterday, said fees are too high. They're not too high, they're 800, what are they? They're 850 bucks. It includes everything except your hydro. The unit is 1,300 square feet. So not high on a relative basis, maybe higher on an absolute basis. So yeah, I've been in this thing 1,000 times. It's the same layout, right? We've got a living at the front, we've got dining here, and then a beautiful kitchen with a massive center island. Now off to the side, and here's what I'll show you. So here's a little dining area. Off to, come on, work with me here. Here we go. Off to the side in the back, this is the 3rd bedroom. Now, because you don't need a 3rd bedroom here, take this thing out. So when my buddy moved in, they were going to, and they ended up leaving it, and you know, they put a dining room table in there. The clients I sold it to, they took all this out. The best part is they took this out, 10-foot ceiling, they realize it's a drop ceiling. So now they have a 12-foot ceiling. And without all of this here, the flow through is great. This is all living, this is all dining, and that is what anyone should do with this model. So there's your entrance from the street. You've got a window, again, frosted glass, so people aren't looking and lurking. And there's the bed at the back where I would make this into a dining room. So as I said, my clients took this out and realized there's another 2 feet there, which made no sense. So take all this jazz out. Okay, so main floor powder room. And again, the entrance, guys, is right behind this powder room. So there's the front door, and where my mouse is here, that would make that the foyer if you're coming from underground parking. So upstairs, we've got a bedroom at the front. This little desk action here, that's interesting. Let me go back to that. Okay, so they've kind of divided the space up, so they've got a desk and then a bed. I don't know what's happening there. The master bedroom in these is absolutely massive. They have a day bed and a king. This is the biggest bedroom you'll find in any condo under $1 million downtown, no matter what. And they've got a dresser, right? Double closet, here's the bathroom. I can't say enough good things about this. That looks like it's wide angle, it's not. That's actually the size of the bed. I used to tell my buddy, you can fit 3 king size beds in there. So this is the ugly original tile that I got rid of before I moved in, and most people don't like. And then there is the terrace, which for some reason they only have 1 photo of. Okay, and that's it. So listed at $899. The last unit, 102 I believe it was, they sold for $995 last year. Earlier this year. My gut is this thing goes over $1 million. Now, interesting about the $995 list on the market for about 10 days. I went in with a client, made an offer, and it was lower because we had no reason not to. They've been on the market for 10 days. Another offer came in. My client, for whatever reason, decided that he wasn't interested anymore. It's a mistake, yada yada, 100% mistake. The other bidder paid the $995. So it's interesting because had that bidder or us been up against the seller, I think it would have sold for $970, $975. But because there was another offer, it pushed to $995. Doesn't matter in the eyes of the market. They will see the $995 and the next person will be up over $1 million. Totally worth it though, in my opinion. So here is such a cool unit. This is 20 Brockton. Now 20 Brockton is an 18-unit building converted from, of course, an original, I believe it was a warehouse. So see the building here, right? So this is up in Brockton Village. This is Dundas West. This is where a lot of cool stuff that I would probably never go to is located. And this area is super, super hot. So here you go, Brockton Village. Now, the building itself, converted in 1986, I believe there were 18 units. That's lovely. That's literally down an alleyway. But it is an alleyway street, as you can tell. Okay, so there's 20 Brockton, right? So that's the building there. We've got surface parking. Unbelievable unit, in my opinion. Rare opportunity, could use a little TLC. Oh, I'm getting really comfortable now. So let me look at the floor plan with you first because the unit's a bit confusing. So what we have here, living dining, and this goes down a little, right? There's different levels. Kitchen, and then we've got a bedroom on the main floor. Master bedroom, foyer at the front with a terrace out front, and then look, a parking space. So did I make that any less confusing? Honestly, I don't know that I did. There's a den, there's another set of stairs. Maybe we should just go through it first, right? So parking, then an outdoor space, then the foyer and the entrance. So here we go. This is the parking space. This is the terrace, that's the entrance. And oh, actually this is perfect. Okay, so here you go. This is the parking, that's the terrace, and that's the entrance. So it feels like a house, right? You park out in front, you've got your front yard. It would be rare to find something like this where you've got your parking space right out front of your unit. So here's your entrance from the terrace. Again, a little step down, really big ceilings. Now, when I said it needs a little TLC, I mean there's some colors, there's some finishes, but the layout's phenomenal, right? You might not like these pinkish stairs. I wouldn't change the tile or anything like that. They've got some nice pieces. And there's the living space. Okay, so windows are not huge, but they are what they are. This is pretty original. Living, dining, kitchen, flow through is great. Again, maybe you don't like these bluish cabinets, but you've got a lot of natural light coming through here. So I don't mind that, to be honest. I really don't. I mean, no one really likes that floor. Okay, so then you've got the little den. And you've got the bath, not in the best shape, right? Bath 1, bath 2 is done. So here's a case where someone said, I'm not spending money on this, but I will spend money on this. So bedroom's huge. Again, colors, maybe you don't like them. I'm not gonna make a huge deal out of that. Broadloom, a lot of people don't love. But look at the bones here, right? We've got high ceilings, really open concept living spaces. You're never gonna be able to change out this electric heat, and that's probably gonna cost you a little bit. And there's the little den area with, again, electric baseboard. And there's the terrace out front. So the floor plan's very, very confusing. Again, I'm gonna go back to it here, okay? So master bedroom, the little den area, foyer. Now they showed a computer room, and then they showed that little couch with desk area, which I believe was in here. And overall, you've got 704 and 704 is 1,408 square feet plus the outdoor space. So listed at $1,174,900. They have offers anytime with 24 hours. So they're doing what we call a soft holdback. So I see no reason why this doesn't get $1,174,900, and I would hazard a guess that this thing will sell for more. It is very rare to get a unit in this building. So going back to 1989, which is when the MLS archives go to, that's 30 years, and there's only been 68 listings. Now, how many of those were the same unit listed 2-3 times? I didn't have time to comb through the data, but let's say on average you're getting 2 units a year. 2 units a year in the entire complex. Rare, right? And again, that's the kind of property that just would not have been listed in the summer. Okay, so this one is my favorite today. I've got a client that's away. I'm waiting for him to come back so we can take a look at this. It's 38 Niagara. So 38 Niagara is within prime King West. Now, because it's on Niagara, there's a lot of construction here, right? Bathurst, 27 Bathurst. I'm going there later to pick up some keys. 576 front. This whole complex has been done. So I'd like to think that most of the construction's over. Now, if you were up here on King, obviously it would cost a little bit more. I kind of like that it's tucked away. It's across from the park, and you can walk down here through front if you need to get, I'm not going to sound like a tourist, if you need to get to Rogers Center or the CN Tower. Who goes to the CN Tower? I think you go there literally once every 15 years. Once when you're a kid, someone's birthday party when they're 8, and then when your great aunt Gerda comes in from whatever country she lives in. So yes, you can cut through the park and you can walk along Wellington to downtown, financial district. It's just, I think it's a better location than a lot of people give it credit for. So this is another penthouse. This is a 2-story penthouse. It's just under 1,300 square feet. It has a balcony and it has a terrace, and this thing is gorge. Okay, so balcony with a barbecue hookup. Important to note because there's also a terrace. So this thing is staged to the nines. I think this is somebody in our brokerage, does a lot of high-end stuff, and as you can tell, this is super high-end. Right? It's absolutely perfect. The photography is perfect, the staging is perfect. Guys, I'm gonna tell you something. If you're an agent and you're watching this is how your listing should look. Nothing less than this. You do less than this, you're doing your client a disservice. I'm proud to say, all the listings I've got coming out, they're all staged. I use the same photographer for all of them. I use the same stager for all of them. And when people argue with me over staging, I actually lost a listing. I did. I lost the listing because I said I wanted to stage it, and the seller said we really don't want to, and it's a pain. And we talked to them about all of our connections. We're going to have companies come, and they're going to pack, and they're going to store, and they're going to move it, and we're going to paint, and we're going to stage. They didn't want to do it. And guess what? They listed with an agent from Mississauga who told them their unit's great and they don't need to do any work to it. You know what? That's not my business model. I work hard. I get my clients maximum dollar for their property. I know this sounds really salesy, but as you can tell, I'm going off on a tangent, and it really pisses me off. This is absolutely gorgeous. This unit will sell for $100,000 more than it would if these agents and this staging and these photos and this furniture and the whole package didn't exist and this was a piece of crap that was empty and dirty. That's how high the stakes are. So go and hire your discount agent from Oakville that tells you there's nothing wrong with Oakville. I just mean from somewhere else. My uncle's friend, he has his license like on the side. He drives an Uber, but he also sells real estate. That's using your noggin. Okay, sorry if that sounded like a dick. I just think this place looks amazing. Look at it, it's absolutely gorgeous. I hope it doesn't sell because I got a client coming back. They've even got gas, in here. I said I didn't have my coffee and I'm that amped up. So this is beautiful. So we've got a 2-piece downstairs, right? And then upstairs, and then this goes to the terrace, right? So then upstairs, bedroom, great views, which is tough to say for King West. Right, big walk-in closet, huge bathroom, separate shower and tub. Okay, so there's your little balcony with the barbecue. Not a bad view, right? Considering. And there's your rooftop terrace. Man, great job, ladies. Great job. Really great job with this listing. So this is $1,399,000, and Look at me. First day back at school, and I don't have all my pens set out. So 24 hours. So they are looking for 24 hours on offers. I don't think this is low. I'll put it like that. I probably would have done the same thing with a soft hold back at 24 hours. You don't underlist this, right? You're not listing this at $9.99 and trying to get a bunch of offers. You're listing this at a price that you think is very high and you're hoping somebody will pay. And you do 24 hours just in case, God forbid, there are 2 people that will pay that. Love this, absolutely love this. Okay, let's move along here, guys. 243 Henna, unit 524. So in case you've been living in a cave on Mars with your hands over your eyes and your fingers in your ears, this is the Toy Factory. This is in the heart of Liberty Village. It is an original hard loft conversion, although this unit, because it's on the 5th floor, is in the soft loft portion. So we have a 2-bed, 2-bath with a terrace. We're over 1,500 square feet, 21-foot ceilings. This thing's beautiful. So for a lot of people, they prefer sorry, did I say 21-foot ceilings? It's not 21-foot ceilings. A lot of people prefer the hard loft portion, and I wouldn't disagree. Sorry, it is 21-foot ceilings. Oh my God, I can't even think right now, guys. Woo! I need to finish this up and go and drink this guy. 21-foot ceilings. It's a 21-foot rise. You have 11-foot, and then you have 10-foot, or it might be 10.5 and 10.5. So I had this model not too long ago. It was about 4 years ago, and we sold it for about $1,070,000, which was a record at the time. This is effectively the same model, right? Here are your 21-foot ceilings. Pinball machine, really cool, right? Is it 2 pinball machines? Wow. So this is a guy's place, right? No, it's a couple. All right, well, she's a nice lady for letting the guy have Attack from Mars in the living room. So there you see this up here. We ripped that out, and my clients replace it with glass because this is original and it looks like not lofty. But this one here, guys, I'm gonna be honest. The price to me, man, I sold this for $1,060,000, $1,070,000, $1,050,000, something like that. And now we're listing at $1.5 million. $1.5 million. Offers anytime. I don't know that they're gonna get that. Now they've done a lot of built-ins here for the closet, which is nice. Here's the den on the main floor, which kind of doubles as a home office. Okay, so this is closed off. The staircase is on the other side. Yeah, so we did, my clients, God, they're brilliant. They sourced a sliding, like, fake loft door, like a wooden door, and it just looked amazing. Okay, so there's bathroom 1. There's the terrace, this crane. It's too bad it's in the shot, and I don't love that gazebo. But the terrace is a really nice spot. This thing looks like it faces west, yeah. And, well, maybe the gazebo, they cover it up and they can use it in the winter. So here's some amenities shots. If you've been in the building before, you've seen these. There's the gym. And that is it. So I love this unit. I absolutely love this unit. I just don't know about the price. My goodness, that's a big number. But again, this is something you are not getting in the summer. This is a fall special. This is a unit where you get it ready for sale. You bring it out when everyone's looking. And I can tell you, off topic here, I had a listing that was sitting throughout the summer, getting no showings. You ready for this? We relisted it on Wednesday at the identical price. We've had 5 showings booked in less than 24 hours. We didn't reduce the price, we just brought it out and it looks new. That is what this market is about. People are active. So you see something like 43 Henna, you know what? It is a little overpriced in my opinion, but maybe they'll get it because people are active. All 5 of these units, mark my words, things you were not going to see in the summer. Anyways, guys, I have a massively busy day ahead of me. I am already in a panic for real. Things are nuts. Buyers, sellers, listings, everything is ramped up. More listings this month than, well, I was gonna say, probably the 3rd busiest month for listings I've ever had, and I'm not a listing agent per se, you know, the guy handing out pies in the park, right? And the buyers are off the charts. Houses, condos, everything across the board. I'm showing a place for $525 today, and I'm showing a place for $4 million today. It is right across the board. But that is the fall market. The activity levels are up, and whatever you are looking for, I am almost going to promise you, you will find it in the next 2.5 months. Guys, that is it for me for this week. I hope to have my proper setup and webcam back next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.